Howdy, it's Quentin, Idjit Reads and Rambles, the guy, the gorgeous man in the awesome sweater. That's who you can call me for this video, okay? But, what are we here doing? We're doing a video, a sort of bookish resolutions and also thank yous, and I'm going to promise you guys some videos. Get a little ahead of myself and promise some videos. So let's start with the bookish resolutions, right? So my resolutions are, firstly, to read more nonfiction. I do want to read nonfiction, more of it. I'm very interested in Braiding Sweetgrass by Robin Wall Kimmerer. I read a chapter, Burning Cascade Head, out of that for a course I had last semester and found that to be just immensely rewarding. I thought that chapter was incredible about the way that science gets sort of weaponized, and how science is just like a tool. Someone in the seminar, we were talking about how science is innocent. It's a tool that one group can use to build something, and another group can use to smash someone's face in, and that's what kind of happened at the colonization. But yeah, I'm going to read Braiding Sweetgrass. I hope to. It's nature writing. It's really interesting stuff, really just top tier writing. I'm also going to read, I'm going to do some transgressive classics in the thing. I didn't really care for Philosophy of the Bedroom by Marquis de Sade. I'm going to read that. I'm also going to read Eroticism by Georges Bataille, and then I'm going to follow those up with the Preface to Transgression, a reread of it, by Michel Foucault, I think is his name. I don't, some nobody from France, obviously. But yeah, that's what I'm doing in the sort of transgressive lane. There's also a biography that Russ talked about. I'll mention Russ later in the video, but that Russ talked about at the Reading Fabricator. Oppenheimer's a really interesting figure. I'd love to read that bio. Anyways, read more nonfiction. That's what's up. But also, read more women, read wider, particularly in transgressive fiction. I understand I'm talking about transgression here, and I don't want to be the transgression man on BookTube. There are other channels that do that infinitely better than I. But I do think that what I might be able to add is just some other names to it that could be quite interesting. And other more transgressive names that you might think, okay, well, we need more people of color, transgressive fiction writers, right? That would be really interesting. I'd love to find some and talk about them on the channel. More women writing transgressive fiction, because they typically do. Well, not typically. Did I just say that? I'm sorry. Yeah. I can't believe myself sometimes. But I'm going to read more female authors who do transgressive works, because there are quite a bit, is what I was trying to say. There are actually a lot of gay and queer transgressive writers. Samuel Delany, prime example. So I don't really feel the need to explore that even further. Is incredibly great, because I have a lot of them naturally fall into my reading, right? So yeah, that's what's up with that. What else? Read more poetry. Hell yes, read more poetry. This is where we're going to bridge into my videos that I'm promising for next year. I'm going to do some poem discussions where I focus on one or two poems and I just go into them and, analyze. I truth be told, I hate how the word analysis is used, especially on BookTube, because the analysis that I'm doing is basically just regurgitating what the poem is saying and how it's saying it to you. That's all. I don't consider the stuff I do analysis. I consider, I really don't consider it analysis, and that's been one of the things that's been hard to sort of adjust to at university, because people are like, oh, you're doing such good close reading, and I'm like, no, I'm just telling you what the author is saying. It baffles me, but I'm going to be doing some poem analyses. Oh. And I'm also going to be I'm going to try to read a lot more poetry next year. But one thing I'm very excited for is a video that I got the idea for. I understand it's niche, but that would be really cool to do a video ranking the classic Tudor sonnet sequences. I think that'd be fascinating, how different people sort of approach the genre and how they sort of play with these tropes, right? Next semester, I'm doing a course that is in which we're studying Shakespeare's sonnets. We're studying Amoretti by Edmund Spenser, and we're also studying Astrophil and Stella by Sir Philip Sidney, which is amazing. I'm not sure anything's going to be better than Astrophil and Stella. But that's what we're doing. Then what I would like to do is I'll rank those. Those three will definitely for sure be in there. But then also I would like to rank Michael Drayton's idea sonnets. I think that'd be really interesting. Those four will surely be in there, and I'm probably gonna see how I can approach Lady Mary Roth, her sonnet sequences. It's a very strange work she has called Pamphylia to Amphilanthus, but it is a sort of she's obviously a woman. The form invites, being a form of love poetry, it invites a lot of like male gaze. So I really want to see how Lady Mary Roth is sort of reacting to these things, and how she is sort of playing with these tropes, and what she is potentially pushing back against or not pushing back against. I think that'd be really interesting. A few other ones I'm looking at, John Donne's Holy Sonnets, obviously. Samuel Daniel's Delia Sonnets. I'm also looking at Fulk Greville's Calica Sonnets. I don't know how to pronounce it. But those should be really interesting to sort of group together. And I want to see, I'm going to talk to my prof about what is necessary, what must I put together to accurately represent the era, and to give the era the respect that it probably does not deserve. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be trying to do in that one. I'm also going to do a Richard Brautigan video. I have 3 more works to read from him. I'm going to reread some Richard Brautigan works. I'm always rereading Richard Brautigan stuff. Whether it's full book or I'm just picking chapters, that I'm always on it. But I'm going to be doing a Where Not to Start with his stuff. I need to read his short story collection, need to finish Tokyo Montana Express and read Revenge of the Lawn. And also Dreaming of Babylon's the last novel. I'm not going to do his poetry. I don't think it's that good. Yeah, that's the reason why. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Poem discussions. Oh, the Rhubarb read-along. I'm doing the Rhubarb read-along. It's gonna happen in the summer. I won't start uploading the videos until I'm halfway done. Where is it at? See, I'm at home now. Louis Armand's The Combinations. It was the irony of all ironies when I was reading this. I had a nice big touristy Prague bookmark that I used in this, that my sister got me. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I have right now 2 half-hour videos for parts 1 and 2 sitting in my phone that I'm not gonna upload, but they are interesting, I suppose. It's just I could condense them for sure. No one wants to listen to me talk for one book. 8 of those? Are you kidding me, Quentin? 8 20-minute videos? Like, nobody cares. Plus the final review or whatever, right? We shall see. But I plan on doing the Rhubarb read-along too. Absolutely. Yeah, and from there I'll just go into thank yous. I first and foremost want to thank Noah at Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse. He's, again, is the reason I have a YouTube channel. I've spoke about it before, how I enjoyed engaging with people on Richard Brautigan's In Watermelon Sugar, and that desire for, I guess, sort of discussion made me try to enact these discussions. He's just a good human being too, just an incredible man, an incredible person, and I'm very lucky to know him in the capacity that I do. Yeah. Jack at Rambling Raconteur, he's been a supporter since early on. I've had some pretty good conversations, and coincidentally, Noah and Jack both DNF'd Genji, but I finished it, boy. I finished it. Step to me. But they both DNF'd Genji, but that's okay. Jack is an incredibly smart dude. I very much admire and respect that guy. We don't agree on everything. He mentions it in his booktube channels of 2022. Thank you for that, by the way. We don't agree on everything, but he's one of these guys that when he talks, I listen. I absolutely listen when he talks. Same with the next one. Jason at Channel of a Disappointed Man, another really bright guy. Just got into the PhD program at National Taiwan University. Congrats on that, Jason. You deserve it, absolutely. He is a really, really smart guy. I'm going to link to his Thomas Bernhard video, which is easily the best author, I guess you'd call it an author spotlight video on YouTube that I've seen. Actually, you really do need to check that guy's channel out. Absolutely. Another just really smart guy. Yeah, I mentioned Mel and Amir. Thanks for commenting. Love reading your comments. Yeah. Next would be the people who have tagged me in stuff, which Jack actually tagged me, Jason tagged me, but I guess Bookish, Brian at Bookish, and MJ at Reading This Life. I really appreciate that. I'm hopefully reading the Marrow of Tradition with Brian at Bookish in February. By Charles W. Chestnut, of course. I love Chestnut's work. I'm very excited for that. I'm very, I don't know, I'm very happy to be reading something with Brian. Brian's an incredible person. And MJ has some killer music taste. Specifically, I don't know how her music taste is. I'm actually pretty sure her music taste is kind of but her dog's is incredible. Her dog loves Susie and the Banshees. Watson, if you're watching this, Watson, thank you. Hope you're keeping MJ in check. And yeah, thanks to those peeps. Thanks to Russ over at the Reading Fabricator. He leaves some comments sometime. I love seeing him in the comments section, and he does some pretty good videos. I think he had a review recently of what I forget the title, but it's an Oppenheimer biography that is incredible. I hope he winds up finishing that Infinite Jest reading group by the time that I read Infinite Jest, which is probably going to be in 25 years or so. But that's a great series. I hope he does that. And I really enjoy his stuff. I really appreciate his comments. Just a really, really good dude, I think. And finally, my first subscriber. I could not finish this without mentioning him. Of course, I'm talking about Jorge over at Jorge's Corner. I left a comment on his a comment from the channel on his Ice Palace review, saying that I was going to be trying to review it, and he looked at my channel, and I remember the notification coming in actually that said I had a subscriber, and I saw that it was Jorge at Jorge's Corner, and I was like, what? He's another one of these guys that when he talks, I absolutely listen. Very greatly respect him. He's an incredible reader. Incredibly nice guy, incredibly chill guy. I've been very lucky to sort of throw emails back and forth with him, and really lucky to get a Shusaku Endo buddy read going for January for The Sea and Poison. Great stuff. Thanks to all of you. That's awesome. I love I guess vibing with you. Or whatever. I love the video thing we're doing here, and I wanted to come by and say thanks. That's the plans for the new year, and ask you what your bookish New Year's resolutions are. I have no real channel goals for 2023. I think that stuff is kind of what is a YouTube channel? Is this a YouTube channel? I mean, it is, but no. I'm just a guy who wants to talk your ear off, and that's all this is. There's no channel goals, there's no subscriber anything. I don't really care. As long as there's book discussion flowing, I'm here, and I hope you'll be here. Yeah, but that's it. That's all. Thanks a lot. And yeah, what are your resolutions? You know, I'm very lucky to have sort of done this. Very lucky to read some of the stuff that I've been reading. I'm not going to do a top 5 videos for the books I've read this year or anything like that, but yeah. All right. Have yourselves a good one. I hope to see you guys in the new year. Take care. Wait. Take care. Peace and groovy.